Gang? I think I lost. Time to what? I lost.
Huh? Where'd he go?
Oh. Oh, it was scripted. I thought I was just trash. A character first mentioned at the beginning of the game, finally revealed, and an insane new lore revelation about a beloved character. This latest arc continues to surprise me. Welcome back, I'm Kieran, and today, my degenerate Twitch chat and I are reacting to Nod-Krai Act 3 in Genshin Impact. A huge thank you to everyone who hyped the last video. Make sure to press the hype button again to see Act 4 up on the channel before the next patch. Wait, hold on. That does not give me a lot of time to edit that. We also reacted to the Luna 3 version trailer if you want to check that out too. Alright, Act 3. I'm sick, so if I'm cooked, I'm cooked. I'm just doing my best.
It's been a few days since we said bye to the others in Nasha Town. Still no news about Rara though. Where could he have slunk off to?
Rara is going to kill everyone. Random guy in the back. Just... He's been doing that the whole act.
If only he was gone for good. But with all the trouble he stirred up before, there's no way we've seen the last of him.
Hello, you must be the traveler in Paimon?
The way I read his name as Rara at first, I was like, you kidding me? There's no way we've seen the last of Rara. He just runs up to us in the street.
Mr. Flint has been looking for you. Unfortunately, there's been a serious wild hunt attack over at the quarry. He thinks it's time to regroup and figure out a plan.
The wild hunt? Oh, uh-oh. We better get over there right away.
What was that anime sound effect just now? Is that the first time Genshin's done that? It did that whole One Piece doo-doo. A nation that doesn't exist. Ganria?
I can barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This whole area feels like a soulless husk.
Do you think anyone's ever been called a soulless husk? That sounds like a crazy insult.
Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable. As if the power of that energy cannon wasn't enough.
He's not seriously still getting stronger? What's his
greed has
endgame
consumed
here?
him. Gluttony.
Ah, everyone's here already. Hey, we made it. So, what's going on?
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rerir to strike again. But it's like he just vanished into thin air. No one has seen him nor found any trace of his presence. That is, until this morning, when a ratnik found signs of wild hunt activity while out here on patrol. As you can see, the crystalite itself is physically intact, but the Kuvaki it contained is all but completely diminished.
And we're sure that Rerir did this. Who else?
Rara?
He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like this.
Kuvaki loss has reached critical levels. Reiki of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon, he will pose a threat beyond our ability to contain. The consequences could be catastrophic.
Traveler, do you remember when we encountered Rerir just after regaining his body?
I hate that that's his name. I really do. Because I genuinely can't stop thinking of Scooby-Doo. And that's bars, by the way.
There wasn't a shred of sanity left. Nothing but madness and rage.
Yeah, didn't he shout out a bunch of names? Then he started raving about how nothing in this world mattered to him.
You know what's crazy? Now Paimon feels like Paimon to me. I think I've adjusted, and this is Paimon.
Oh, Paimon gets chills just thinking about it. Oh, but the thought that he's still out there, lurking somewhere in Nod-Krai, waiting for his chance to strike? Oh, even chillier.
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage. If he has such overwhelming strength, why would he suddenly go into hiding?
Yeah, if I were him and I wanted more Kuvaki, I'd just take it by force. No point staying in the shadows. Unless something went wrong. His whole resurrection thing didn't
obviously
exactly
didn't,
go
so
smoothly.
what kind of drawback did that give him aside from not being at his 100% power?
The other thing is, how does someone who's completely lost their mind still have the wherewithal to cover their tracks so perfectly?
Beats me.
Is he being controlled? Is that
According to certain medical studies, insanity does not always entail a complete loss of rationality. It may be that he is simply living in a world of his own.
Hold on. Almost like when Deradith, was that her name? In a Space and Time. She was like she was in a different world to we were. Like, we seem crazy to each other because we could see different things to the other. Is it something like that?
That actually sounds about right. He was ranting away to himself the whole time. Like he had zero interest in talking to us.
Like he's in Khanria in his mind or something.
There are many unanswered questions here. He could be right under our noses, and we'd still be in the dark. Besides his name and title, we know little about him. Certainly nothing about his past, or what he might be hoping to achieve.
Exactly. And we wouldn't even know where to begin looking. Even Boss hadn't heard of the Rahir of Solnari before all this. I'd be willing to bet that even if we
She
gathered
didn't
together
hear about it?
every
Sorry.
scrap of intel in Nod-Krai, we still wouldn't find more than, like, 3 useful facts about him.
Hold on, where's your sensei?
So, if we do nothing, he'll just keep getting stronger. But if we want to investigate him, we have no idea where to look. Last time we had Marionette and her big robo buddy to help us, and we still barely held our
Oh,
ground.
Robot Wars.
If we had to face him alone... Oh, Paimon's head hurts just thinking about it. What are we supposed to do against a threat this big?
I like how Lauma got the baddie thinking pose. With the hand up.
Well, I do have a little hunch about his next move. Given that he attacked the quarry, I'd say it's likely he'll target other places rich in Kuvaki. Somewhere like the Eye of Krati, or the Pillar of Embla. One thing's for sure. If we just sit back and let him keep absorbing Kuvaki, we really won't stand a chance against him.
Please, Flint, I need this. We're kinda homeless. You want some Kuvaki? I'm trying to help him out.
A perfectly reasonable hypothesis. However, it is worth noting that these two locations are quite far apart. To investigate them both, we'll need to split up.
This really is Scooby-Doo. She just hit me with the
I
thread, it's
agree.
crazy.
We should split up. Right now, Rarir's goal seems to be gathering Kuvaki, not fighting us directly. Once we're done, let's regroup on Hisi Island.
Splitting up's always gonna be risky. But I guess we don't have much choice, right? We're in a race against time here.
And if we do run into Rerir, what then?
That's when you follow the 3rd rule of treasure hunting. Run like the wind.
Did she say the 3rd rule already and it wasn't that?
Didn't you say the 3rd rule was go with the flow?
Me when I pay attention. I hate how often I say something and then Paimon's like, says the same thing.
I don't know. Did I? Anyway, whatever. In this situation, go with the flow means go find backup.
Agreed. If anyone finds so much as a trace of Rarir, do not pursue him. Get out of the area and alert the rest of us as soon as possible. We need to put safety first.
Say less.
I questioned a few Ratniki and eventually narrowed my investigation down to one suspicious individual. But by the time I got to his place, he was already gone. Almost as if he knew someone was on to him. Either that or he's just extremely cautious and doesn't stay in one place for long.
He's been biding his time for a while now. The question is, where or what is his next target?
No idea. Since regaining his body, he seems to have lost all interest in the fragment in my possession. If he did still want it, he's had plenty of chances to take it.
And he's not taken the bait. So they need to try and get into... It could be correct that he does think he's somewhere else. My theory right now is he thinks he's in Khanria or something. But he's living those events in his head. So, assuming it is something like that, we have to understand where he thinks he is. And decide his actions based on what he would have done historically. I guess we'll see.
All we can do now is hope that Aino and Anefa turn up some leads. Darn it, Rarir. If you've got the guts, come face me one-on-one!
Why do I feel like they censored this and they had her flipping the bird? The way it looks, you know what I mean? It's either that or like a JoJo pose.
Wait.
She didn't mean it.
Actually here? I didn't mean it. I swear.
No, it's coming from
Underground?
Silver Moon Hall. The Lady Kutar might be in danger.
Yeah, I thought so.
Over there, quick!
Wait. Oh my, oh! He's actually after her. What in the Super Saiyan Goku versus Frieza though? She shields? So she's a shielder. You gonna heal or catch her midair? What are you doing? You leaping? What in the Kingdom Heart? That's crazy. That's crazy. Her face almost pancaked.
Why is he attacking the damselette? What's going on?
No time for questions. Stop him.
There's no way you're making me fight him. Oh. Yo, he falls with such swag. Jesus. This is actually, she's Krillin right now. She's getting Krillined.
Yehuda, get Kutar out of here.
So yeah, and I don't know if you can do this, bro. She's like, yeah, I can do that. Oh. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the... Oh, no.
Feeble light has gotten you. Now you shall plunge into darkness.
The feeble light.
Felindus.
The moon?
Soon, I will find the
Felindus.
Watch out.
Is that one of the moon goddesses? That's a death ball. Yoda, don't die. Don't die. No. Move. Oh my god. Oh god. She got grazed. Okay. Yo, when I say I want a hug, it's not like that, like ever. I don't like these death flag signals. Or am I powering up with the power of... Yeah, okay. The power that she gave us. Okay. Brother, what in the... Damn, okay. Strong ass shield. Stronger than her shield too, actually. And... ET phone home. Okay. Hold on, that means... Is Ineffa's shield stronger than Columbina's shield? She was able to tank... Oh, Jesus.
Find them. Even if it means turning this place to ashes.
He really is a Scooby-Doo villain. Oh, he's summoning monsters from the ground. Jesus.
That was too close.
That was a lot. Oh, she was just absorbing the abyss. Okay, that makes sense. Why didn't she think to do that from the jump? Because I assumed that she used like the moon power. It gave the impression to me that she was remembering kind of like what Columbina had taught her or given her, and she was like, oh yeah, let me try something real quick. I think it's a bit tricky since he also uses the moon power with the abyss. So I'm wondering whether or not she would have to do something like use a combination of her ability to take abyssal power, but also use the moon power, like fuse it, like kind of like combine both powers to cancel out his, if that makes sense.
Oh, we barely made it out of there alive. What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy strong?
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by conventional standards.
I have a question.
Young girl needs to go home. I don't think she should be there.
When me and Varka showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead. What was that all about?
We weren't there for the whole thing either. They were already duking it out by the time we arrived.
Yeah, we didn't see how it all started. It all escalated so quickly, we had no choice but to step in.
Kutar, can you shed
love the way she
any
says
light on
that.
the situation?
Kutar. Cross-checking database. I see. So you're the one that the Frost Moon Scions refer to as the Moon Goddess?
Can I just say, the difference between Lauma's Kutar and then in FR, Kutar is like Naruto versus Naruto. Naruto. No, it's the difference between Naruto versus Naruto. I don't know if that makes sense.
Wait, she's the moon goddess? Oh, no wonder she looks just like all those statues.
You only just picking up on that now?
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon, and just as many why they might despise it. I've never met that person before, but there was no mistaking his deep-seated hostility towards me.
Maybe he thought you were the previous moon goddess who he named. Bear in mind, no spoilers if you guys know who the moon goddesses are and their names and stuff, because I know like there's a ton of this stuff already in the books. But it's just my interpretation based off of just playing the Archon quests. If that is the name of a previous moon goddess and he's mistaking her for her, maybe he is kind of seeing himself in like the previous timeline he existed himself in, kind of like with the Derridif situation.
Why
What was
he
it,
holds me
5.8?
in such contempt, I cannot say. But since he hunts the power of the moon, it's no surprise that I am a target.
Kutar.
A counter strategy? But we don't stand a chance against an enemy like this. Surely our only option is to run. He's not gonna chase us to the end of the world, right? So as long as we can sneak out of Nod-Krai undetected. No, I can't say that. Come on, Yehoda.
I love the
This is
creativity
serious
with like
stuff.
Yehoda scenes.
You can't suggest we all just chicken out.
Like it's definitely like a lot more fun to watch than them just like standing talking, like the creative direction behind it.
Running is our only option. Huh? You seem surprised. But what other choice do we have?
She's spitting.
We are facing an enemy we cannot possibly defeat in battle. Well, I mean, yeah, but still. It's not too late. I can distract him.
No, you're coming
so
with.
You have plenty of time to make your escape.
Wait, what? You're gonna act as bait?
Pause.
Doesn't that make sense? I'm the one he's after. There's no need for you to risk your necks on my behalf.
I thought we were friends, no?
A coyote doesn't stop for bypassers while it's howling at the moon.
She feels sad that she's like seen to like she doesn't feel like she's cared for as a human being. I think the way that Lauma feels, why are her jaw so strong, boy? The way that Lauma feels, especially like having been seen herself as almost someone who's like almost like a deity, like she doesn't want Columbina to feel lonely in the same way she did.
What is it, Lauma? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess.
Yeah, but you're
My
also a
presence
human
here
being.
is no longer essential, and this is not my home.
Kutar,
Like that.
I know why you left the Frost Moon Scions so long ago. It was because people started treating prayer as a form of trade.
You guys seen Bruce Almighty?
They would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings in return, and then expect you to perform miracles for them, as if that were their entitlement. If it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change everything, and that sometimes it takes losing something precious to appreciate its true worth. After much reflection, I've realized that this was never about whether the Frost Moon Scions need you. Any relationship based on need is purely transactional. What I truly hope is that you'll choose to stay, not out of obligation, but as part of our family.
Because you're cared for, not because they like revere you.
You were born here, and now you've returned. Who knows? Perhaps it was the moonlight that guided you home.
Thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. I'm afraid I will be of little use to you now. Very well then. I'll do as you say.
Both times you saved us, we were transported across great distances in an instant.
Transmission.
Is that one of your powers as the moon goddess?
She's basic. Like, it's really interesting that quite literally on the scale of Dragon Ball characters at this point.
It is, but I find it very draining. I barely managed to pull it off just now, and it will be some time before I'm strong enough to do so again.
Oh, well, that's fun.
It's the Wild Hunt!
Even faster than we expected. We'll have to finish this conversation later.
See how those wild hunt creatures are running away from us. They're likely just a scouting party.
Yeah.
Which means Rerir won't be far behind.
Just trying to figure out where
Then
we
what
are.
we waiting for?
That's cooked though for the
Let's
different
get the heck
locations.
outta here.
Like, are they gonna turn away from them too, or are they gonna? Oh, talk to the who? What tribes people? These are Wild Hunt. This is out here talking about talk to the trials people. Chill. Oh, hold on. We got a whole squad of like experimentation.
Weather bomb.
Preparing for dust up.
Jesus. Jesus. What's even happening on my screen? Flynn's, what do you do, my boy?
Rerir's closing in on us.
I can't tell. Everything's on fire. Everything. Is he?
There's too many of them! And this
Is there? It kind of feels like a Dynasty Warriors game, bro. Everyone's dying.
goes on much longer.
Okay, that's fire. That's a fire animation. To be fair, this act from the get-go has just been crazy. This is how I expected Avengers Endgame to start, but it didn't. You know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, we're just on smoke.
With one heart.
Go on, my dear. See what I did there? Because she's a dick. That's so funny. Bruh, is this what it's like to have fully built characters? It's just cooking frauds. Also, I remember some people in the comments were like, I don't know what you're talking about. Genshin is doing that thing that I said I wanted it to do off of ZZZ, where it's sometimes just giving you characters to use. Yo. Varka! He's here! Oh, that's how I stretch my wrist too. You know he's a gamer. He be on League of Legends, bro. Otherwise, he wouldn't know that exercise. That sword is crazy. Is this man 7 foot tall?
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
Why he look like Kisei from Kuroko's basketball out here 8 foot tall, like he about to slam dunk standing up without jumping?
Who are you? Uncle Varka! You're back from Amsvartnir?
Whoa! You're Varka? Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius?
Bro, he like 10 Paimons tall.
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole. Follow me. I know somewhere you'll be safe.
I guess it's the perspective, but he had Flynn's back there looking like a short king.
Come on, move! There's no time to waste.
That was a sick entrance.
This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Nod-Krai, and a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network, aka the Black Market of Intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's the place to buy and sell information.
I guess Nefa knows a lot about this.
Their headquarters are in Nod-Krai, but they've got contacts in every nation. As an expeditionary force on foreign soil, working with them has offered us the most effective way of getting our hands on reliable local intel. This is where we meet, so naturally, it's secure.
That's Paul Greyrat. Brother, he really does look like Paul Greyrat though. Like, I look at him and I'm like, damn, that's Rudy's cousin or uncle or something, bro.
Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nod-Krai should be pretty familiar with me by now. But I believe this is the first time we've met. Allow me to introduce myself.
My name is
I am
V.
Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
We've heard all about you. This meeting's
Why
been
did
a
Paimon
long
giggle
time
like a little
coming.
fangirl? Paimon giggled like the girls in White Chicks.
You look way younger than Paimon expected. But you definitely have that Grand Master vibe.
He a grande for sure. He tall as hell.
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Just not showing my age yet. Definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though.
Can't relate.
Rushed back from Amsvartnir without a wink of sleep, only to get right into another fight with that freshly revived maniac.
I will say though, Paimon really does look like she wants Varka's number.
Another? You mean you fought him before?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some of the knights along to give him a little surprise, but he saw us coming from a mile off. My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop him. I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any trained operative. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it,
So
turned up to find you being ambushed by the wild
him
hunt.
finding us is gonna help
The rest, you already know.
him find him?
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvaki these past few days? Because he sees you as a threat.
He's scared of Varka? That's what this
Maybe
is?
I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering power. He's clearly working up towards something.
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So,
She raised his power
what
level in her
exactly has
mind.
been happening in Nod-Krai?
Also, she calls
Why
him
has
uncle
the
too.
wild hunt returned in humanoid form? And why is it after you?
That's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
This is such RPG music
Wow,
though.
I had no
This is
idea
Varka's
so
theme.
much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this wild hunt activity in Nod-Krai is the work of the Raker of Solnari, one of the 5 sinners. Oh, that's a lot to take in. Need some time to wrap my head around it all.
Is it Reika or is it Raha? Because I've heard like 5 different pronunciations at this point.
For all the times we've defeated the wild hunt in the past, we've never been able to completely wipe it out. Turns out, we were just delaying the inevitable. But now that a new variable has come into play, fate may well take a different course.
He's so anime.
A new variable?
Yeah,
You mean
that's exactly what he means. I've heard this in anime many a time.
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely bad thing. The wild hunt is like an unrelenting force of nature, but Rerir is an individual with an agenda. He's gotta have a weak spot somewhere. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to Amsfarnir was because we'd had reports about a possible source of the wild hunt showing up there. But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I don't know who was behind it.
He was scared of you and sent you away.
Purpose.
I think he probably transformed into someone to give false information so that Varka would be led away. And he would, because I think if Varka was there, he might have been cooked.
I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds like his scheming began well before his return. So maybe luring me away was all a part of his plan. But is it even possible that he orchestrated all of this by himself?
See, that's what I'm saying. Is he being controlled? Is he working with someone? If so, who?
The Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari. Nod-Krai of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
Crazy if he is actually working with someone in the Fatui.
So, what do we do now?
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. Let's go through them one by one.
Hold on, I don't remember what his name is. You guys have mentioned his name before, but I've not met him myself, so it's not stuck. I've only seen him in trailers. I think it began with a P. He was like the Royal Mage of Khanria, yeah? Working together with one of the 5 sinners, maybe? Is that a stretch? I don't know.
First, we need to figure out how to take down Rerir. If we can't beat him in a straight-up fight, the rest won't even matter. To my knowledge, the bulk of Nod-Krai's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united, we're still no match for Rerir in his current state, let alone with his power still growing.
what if there was a way to tap into a new power of our own?
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
You notice I go Super Saiyan?
3 moons once watched over this world. The Eternal Moon was the largest. The Frost Moon was the brightest. And the Iridescent Moon was the most mysterious. They say that back then, the 3 moon goddesses wielded immense power. And I now bear the Frost Moon's power, and the Eternal Moon's marrow resides within the Traveler.
Right.
Hold on. Are
You're gonna put one in someone else, not in her.
The iridescent moon. The last piece in the puzzle.
That's right. If we can find the iridescent moon's marrow, I will be able to regain my strength much more quickly.
Yo, we could be the Powerpuff Girls. Lamb, I'll put it in you.
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate all things. Perhaps they
She says she might not be that strong.
secrets beyond our understanding.
According to my analysis, the solution is feasible. However, it is subject to one major condition. How do we locate the iridescent moon's marrow?
I do wonder whether or not Inefa could hold one of the moon marrows, considering who she is and how strong she is.
I know a way, but we will need to visit the Fatui's Experimental Design Bureau. The Experimental Design Bureau? Are you saying we need to involve Marionette? Yes. I must speak with Sandrone.
Then that's settled. Next up, our second priority. Somehow, we need to figure out Rarir's end goal. As you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his wild hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body and resurrecting himself. His first act since then, after laying low for a while, was to try and assassinate this young lady.
I'll say why I think maybe he could be working together with Piero, because like, what is the Fatui's goal at the end of the day, right? Similar to how the Rarir needed to resurrect himself by getting different pieces of himself together. Like, aren't the Gnosis? What if this is like an experiment, almost, or a test to see if they can succeed in doing that with the third Descender by trying it with like Rarir's remains? I don't know, man. It's interesting. Maybe they're like, we don't want to fail, so we need to make sure that this is something we can absolutely do.
People's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises the moon so deeply. Perhaps it sheds some light on his title, the Raker of Solnari. The Wild Hunt has plagued Nod-Krai for centuries now. If we want to stop it for good, we have to get to the root cause of what's driving it.
It's true. We still know very little about him. If Kuthar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even know his name.
But where would we even start? I doubt even the Intel Queen of Nod-Krai has a clue, and she has info coming out of her ears.
Oh?
Ah, there she is.
Hasty
She's been sitting there the whole time.
So painstakingly meticulous when it comes to dealing with machines.
Because I was wondering earlier where she is.
Boss! What are you doing here?
Oh.
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius,
Varka,
requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal. But it looks like this humble knight had something else in mind.
Details. Miss Nefer, the important thing is that you've arrived at the perfect time.
He said, hey, I may have lied a little, but... It's funny, Yehoda and Lumine kind of look like sisters here.
Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rarir. Given the severity of the situation, I think it's fair to say that our only chance lies in uniting as one. And I'm talking all the factions in Nod-Krai.
Well, let's hope the Fatui aren't working with them then.
We can't do this without the Curatorium. But I knew it'd be a tough job to win you over. So, I took the liberty of reaching out for a little chat.
Wait a sec. How did you even hear about this place, Nefer?
She hears about everything.
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nod-Krai without my help? Besides,
Right.
I'm the one running this gig.
See, I knew it.
Of course, I know where the meeting place is.
Yeah. Because I was like, she knows everything. Of course she would know about this. Running it makes sense.
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern
Obviously.
Intelligence Network. If it's intel you're after, she's your woman.
Why are they
Pretty
shot?
much seen and
Don't be.
heard it all.
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Seems like you've run into some trouble, huh? Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen crisis. On behalf of the Curatorium of Secrets, I wish you all the best of luck.
Thanks.
So you're just going to sit this one
That's,
out?
like, what? So yeah, good luck.
Why should I get involved? What could possibly be in it for me?
What if we told you we can't do this without you?
That's cute.
Oh? Then I'd say, You'd better make it worth my while. I don't work for free.
It'd work on me, but not her. That's fair.
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my nature. But then again, you and I have always been polar opposites in this regard. So I can't exactly say I didn't see this coming.
Right.
If you insist on compensation, I will pay you. Consider this a formal commission. Sound fair?
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices.
Damn.
The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a moon chanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start passing the donation box around among the faithful.
Boss, just a thought. If they come up short, maybe you can take the difference out of my next few paychecks.
And chat, that's why we're Yehoda witnesses.
Things got really dangerous during the fight with Rerir. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be ley line fodder by now. I'd be gone for good, boss. If there's any way we can make this work, I'd really
Bless
like
you,
to help
Yehoda.
her. Please?
So you look awful now if you don't, right? You have to figure something out.
This is why I'm always telling you never accept favors. The hardest debts to repay.
Yeah, so she's just gonna die? Like, no, get off me. Let me get hit by this laser beam. What?
You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well. Yehoda, I will help.
It's interesting that...
Just this once. Don't count on this happening again.
It's interesting that Yehoda's kind of like a weakness for her, you know? We always get what we want through Yehoda when it comes to her.
Lady Damselette. Wait. And you two? What are you doing at the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau? We've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if you're just gonna waltz up here like this, you're seriously pressing your luck.
You can't hang out?
Don't blame us for doing what we have to.
Huh. You really think that's gonna scare us off?
We're not looking for any trouble. I just want to see Zandrone.
Do I need to remind you that you're still a wanted fugitive for deserting us?
Does she need to remind you that she can absolutely eviscerate you with the touch of her pinky?
Out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis we're all up against, we'll let you leave in one piece. But don't even think about trying to get inside.
Let them in.
My gal, let's go.
But
I like her theme.
Are you going to make me repeat that?
no, my lady.
Zandrone seems to be in a good mood. Must be maintenance day.
Hey, that must have tightened her screws a little bit, so she good now. I do really like her theme though. Some Addams Family type beat.
So tell me, to what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear, we're not colleagues anymore.
I actually really like her design. This is a problem.
I don't owe you anything.
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time and satisfy my own curiosity.
You're a slight tsundere, so I feel like we'll be okay. Oh, it's kicking in more? Not beating the tsundere allegations here. That's what I'm saying. She's low-key a tsundere.
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What?
She gonna be mad. What do you mean, not me?
Huh? You mean the knave?
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino. Is she in Nod-Krai?
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nod-Krai are me and... What is it you need to speak to her about anyway?
We haven't met the Rooster and Regrator, have we? Like, in-game.
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him, I must first retrieve the lost moon.
Don't understand what Arlecchino has to do with the iridescent moon. Oh, that makes sense. If we can hold a moon marrow, can Arlecchino hold the third? Arlecchino's one of the Powerpuff Girls.
Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling things with him before someone decided to whisk me away to their weird little garden.
Sorry, I just can't believe weird little garden. I don't know why I didn't process. Again, I'm sick. I forgot because Arlecchino shows up in the trailer. I don't know why I didn't think about her being someone that holds a moon marrow.
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't
You had
here.
tea parties together? That's actually kind of cute.
If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent, insensitive guests who won't stop asking where you've
Damn.
gone. Oh, they've been a real joy.
Because it's kind of funny because obviously we saw Arlecchino hosting, like, talking about tea parties in Fontaine too. Wow, that's really cool how they tied that back. So now I'm curious to see what their tea parties look like at the Fatui with these three. Maybe they were the Powerpuff Girls.
I bet you served them the worst tea you have. Just like you used to do to me when I upset you.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? I keep losing people.
First Senora got cooked by Red and Shogun, and then...
First Rosaline, now you? I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly,
Is
what
that
could be
Senora's
more
name?
ridiculous than a multi-centenarian goddess who's only ever had the plain herbal tea she received as offerings?
Because I remember hearing Senora's name one time. I totally forgot what it was. It is Senora, okay, yeah.
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time. Was it really just to see how I'd react?
Well, duh. Why else?
That's so
Watching you
menacing.
squirm was practically my only form of entertainment.
Wait, I kind of want to see that too because I can't imagine it, you know?
Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around too. But I guess we won't be seeing him again.
My goat! My goat! See, this is really interesting because it very much humanizes the Fatui in a way at the start of the game they just weren't. Like the fact we're talking about like the compadres they've lost. Seeing how they're actually affected by that in their daily lives and just how they feel. Look at her response there.
Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Polonia!
She's feeling lonely.
Have Febronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea. Will suffice.
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of two
I knew it.
moons, so I'll be leaving one of them in her care.
I knew it. That's crazy.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? If my tea meant that much to you, maybe quitting the Fatui wasn't your brightest move. Back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have dared come at you so openly.
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I paid dearly for it.
What did she
At
pay?
the end of the day, it was just another transaction.
What does she have to give up?
That's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambitions, and I've had enough of being treated like a bottomless supply of power.
I see. Her energy. It's kind of what we spoke about at the start. Okay.
It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on, it may be a different group of people, but I see the same greed in their eyes.
I don't think Mari saw you like that though.
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a reason to stay as I do.
We're gonna cut off her. They're gonna take her batteries if she leaves. Like what?
The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, the Fatui demanded everything from you in return, until it was more than you could bear. I get why you left. And frankly, I have no interest in dragging you back just because the higher-ups told me to. But if you keep hanging around with this riffraff,
First of all,
the
rude.
next time we cross paths, we might be enemies for real.
literally, like, what the hell did I do? Lumine like, what'd she say F me for? See that 50 Cent meme right now? That is true. You can tell she cares. She's just jealous.
Guess that's our cue to leave?
That might be your plan. But it sounds like someone else wants you to stay a little longer.
Arlecchino's not here already. Reria?
Huh? What do you mean?
Listen.
Ah. She said, you bought this in my house. You better clean it up.
A horde of monsters is headed straight for the facility.
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area. I'll handle this.
Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself?
Oh wow, she's actually doing us a favor.
You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. You really think you can afford to worry about me?
She is a huge tsundere.
Go on, get out of here.
This is the only tsundere I accept.
Polonia from crushing him last time, but I've made sure that won't happen again. The entire Experimental Design Bureau is rigged for war.
Alright.
Stay and watch
Let her
if
get
you
on then.
want. But it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friendlies in the weapon system. Don't tell me what to do! Look, if you're leaving, make it quick. Or you'll just get in my way. There's a secret passage on the second floor. It'll take you right to the plains out back.
You seen that episode of Drake and Josh? Where the postman turns up with a delivery for Josh, and he's like, oh, thanks, have a nice day. And the postman looks at him and says, don't tell me what to do. First of all, love that quote, I use it daily. Second of all, why was she given that energy? Unless it's a minigame. Probably a minigame. What in the B movie just happened? Oh! It is a mini... Do I need headshots? Does that do anything? Does headshots actually work? Oh, sorry, I'll stop paying attention. Where my locker? Who is shooting me, by the way? Oh, are these falls down here? I can't actually reach that. That's fine. Big guy, relax, please. I can't turn left, that's fine. Do they even have heads? Yeah, look. Like where the horn is. Oh, I'm dead. Gang? I think I lost. Time to what? I lost.
Where'd he go?
Oh. Oh, it was scripted. I thought I was just trash. That was kind of swaggy of him. Why'd he pick up the camera like that? It was on MTV. So he literally came personally. He didn't do that the other times. Interesting. What does he want here? Revenge on big man?
Polonia, get him!
I've upgraded Polonia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this once and for...
She's not here. Where did she go?
Hey, over here, you big...
He does not care.
Moon, go. Keep searching. She cannot have gotten far.
Don't one-tap him. There's no way you just one-tapped him.
What's happening to me? I genuinely can't run any further.
Hey, aren't you?
There's no way that's... There's no way that's the girl who cut her horns off.
What is it?
Oh, it's...
Big rush. You dragged
Obviously
me
it's Dori.
I was literally swimming.
Obviously it's Dori. I forgot she was here.
Charging double my usual attendance fee. See, look how easygoing she is. After that rude awakening, she could have completely snapped at us. But instead, she kept it together and just asked for an extra fee.
Oh, Yehoda.
Dori, Sangama Bay? I never would have pictured you two doing business together.
If you want to make it big in Nod-Krai, it's all about connections. Lady Nefford just so happens to have a lot of intel that interests me. And she also did me a big favor in the past.
I mean, they seemingly both have Sumeru connections, right? So...
It was back when I first arrived in Nod-Krai. My trusty assistant, the genie in my lamp, had an adverse reaction to the Kuvaki
Oh.
and fainted. And when you know it, that's when I suddenly find myself in a life or death situation. Good thing my compatriot was there to swoop in and save the day. I've been giving her a 30% discount off all of my goods ever since. Now, so that no one here feels left out, I'm willing to extend a 20% discount to fellow friends of Boss Nefer. Plus, any other friends you send my way will enjoy 10% off. What can I say?
Yeah, after you already marked up your prices.
Is nothing if not generous. So, let me guess. You've run into some trouble. I've got everything you could possibly need, and the more you buy, the more you'll save.
You guessed correctly. What have you got in the way of survival gear?
The one type of gear I've never been short on.
Sure.
What are you looking for? A jetpack fresh from the Academia's labs? An ancient suit of armor dredged up from the bottom of the sea?
From Fontaine? First of all, if jetpacks already existed, what the hell did they invent in Natlan? Were they not jetpacks? You already had jetpacks. Why did you reinvent jetpacks, Natlan?
At the very least, I need to know what kind of opponent you're dealing with here. If even you're worried about staying alive, it must be pretty serious.
What if I told you it's someone with the power to bring a nation to its knees?
Is that so? Then we really are talking top-shelf treasures. I don't have anything like that in stock right now. I'll have to ask my supplier.
Who the hell is your supplier? God.
Your supplier?
A powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but luckily for you,
I would be very
she's
curious.
planning to visit Nod-Krai in the near future. If you're willing to wait, I can ask her when she's here. Can't say exactly how long that'll be, though.
Then let me put it another way. What would you do if you encountered an enemy like that? Roll over and serve yourself up on a silver platter?
Is it Alice, her supplier?
Of course not. I have a handy little trinket.
That would be kind of fire.
Generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at?
A shuriken?
No, this is for my personal use only.
Let's just say I'm borrowing it, all right? Just for insurance purposes. You'll get it back later. Favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now you've got a chance to repay one. A win-win situation, don't you think?
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 mora.
Million? The little glint in her eye.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
Looks like she's just going. She didn't even wait for the answer.
That will be all. Take care now. Don't trip up on your way back, friend.
See you later!
Kinda rude.
You're my favorite shopkeeper.
Excellent.
Hold on.
Everything is well and truly ready.
Maybe I said this
Ceremony
in...
can now begin.
Maybe I said this in Sumeru, but there's like a bit in the back that sounds like Drake's song Passion Fruit. Like, dun, 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 dun. Like, listen for it. And I can't get that out of my head. It's getting on my nerves.
Now then. Let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's past.
Are we actually here?
I don't recognize this style of architecture. Must be
right.
Conrian. Simple furnishings, table and chairs. It's a more ordinary house than I might have expected. Looks like the fearsome Raker of Solnari came from surprisingly humble beginnings. Unless this passed for luxury in Conria. Unlikely. It was said to be a very prosperous nation in its heyday.
So, I'm trying to think. Other than ruins, I don't recall directly being in Conria ever. Is this the first time technically we're in Conria in its heyday? Although it's like not the most, prosperous part, it seems as though we're here. And I don't know if we've done that before. I don't know if we've had this kind of flashback.
Hi, Rerir. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep myself busy by checking out that new kebab shop. I've heard good things about their menu.
Is this Bad Gal T who we was talking about addressing earlier?
I'll test it out, and if it's as good as everyone's saying, let's go back together sometime. P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum.
Interesting.
I brought some goodies home. A few teacups and a pin rack. Hope you like them.
They sell merch over there?
They didn't sign their name. But they must have been close. Sounds like they were living together.
So they were shacking up?
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a fine collection, but I went alone. Felindis was tied up with something and couldn't make it.
Okay. Oh, okay, it's a journal, it's not a letter to her. So, if they're living together, if Bad Gal T, Felindis, wrote the letter to him, would he... Yeah, I guess maybe it is those two living together still.
Joseph asked why I came alone, but I didn't really have an answer. He then went on to ask about other things. If you ask me, someone who asks that many personal questions is too nosy for their own good.
Damn, he seems so adjusted.
But if he invites me again, chances are I'd still go.
Felindis. That's the same name Rerir mentioned.
Crane imports keep falling. If things don't pick up, we'll soon be back to meat and mushrooms only. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that new type of mushroom everyone's been into lately.
I don't like mushrooms either, bro.
Didn't it start out as a lab-grown variety? I heard it's even mildly corrosive. Seriously, why would you even eat something like that? I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy. That just isn't the kind of thing I like to eat.
What does he like to eat?
Grain has to be imported, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and mushrooms. Could it be because Conria is underground, so it doesn't get much sunlight?
You know, I didn't really process Conrians being secret underground mole people, but...
That would explain why they use so much stone in their buildings. They even use alchemically modified strains for food. Seems like the people of Conria don't have many options when it comes to dining.
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it and keep it somewhere safe.
Proposal? A ring?
Making a big purchase. I wonder what it is.
Come on, you're smarter than that. It's a ring. It's a ring for Felindis, right? He was an ordinary Conrian. Doesn't reveal anything. It's neither showy nor stiff. In fact, it doesn't really leave any particular impression.
He really is a professional. No wonder he's so good at covering his tracks. Despite what he's become, it seems like he's retained certain habits, at least in this regard.
Near the end of the diary, you notice a page with a shallow indentation along the bottom. The previous page has been torn out. Now, its contents remain a mystery.
Did Rerir rip it out himself?
Yeah, what if he went to propose? And she said no. Sorry. I'm actually in love with this new Archon called Zhongli. I'm kidding. No, but like, he seemed quite heartbroken. He seemed like he had disdain towards her for some reason. It wouldn't simply be just because she rejected him after living together, right? I don't know. I guess I feel like it's closer to she probably died, because we know she's not around. But pen marks like these leave a trace. Oh, you can see at the under. Oh, you can see on the page underneath it where it was ripped, like the page below what he would have said. Compared with the forgettable handwriting from before, these lines have been scrawled in a rough art, more haphazard way, as if the person who wrote them was in an emotional state. Yet obviously something bad happened.
Before I met you, I was convinced that my heart was nothing more than a stagnant pool. The burial place of a fallen moon. A withered, windless grove where the waters rested forever unrippled.
Okay, poet.
It was you who helped me see that my heart
you're in love with her.
Hadn't entirely withered away. That it could still beat to the rhythm of love.
This is just trivial sentimentality.
Should be an R&B artist.
From the looks of it. Why would he go to the trouble of hiding that? The burial place of a fallen moon.
Moon goddess. Because she's a moon goddess, Nefa. Maybe they were trying to live Maybe a moon goddess and a five sinner were trying to live an ordinary life together, and something happened.
Reverie, over here.
Yo?
Dane! Oh, and, Vediflin here?
Oh, his brother.
What a surprise to see you here, sir.
First of all, relax. Wait. Couple things. Okay, so he looked young as hell. He don't look like Frankenstein's monster right now.
Hello there, Rerir. You need not
We're gonna see him?
address me so formally outside.
We're
of
not
court.
seeing him.
He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink. Even the court prophet deserves a break every now and then, right?
Dane feels much more whimsical in his voice approach here.
Well, I'm flattered.
So, what are we discussing today?
We're not seeing them. That's annoying. Not even a reflection off the glass.
Don't look at me. As far as I see it, we don't need an excuse to have a few drinks.
Come on, don't give us that. Didn't you say you were about to pop the big question? How's that coming along?
This is One Piece level of annoyance to me. When there's a character and you want to see who they are and they're just like a shadow. They're not even there.
Who'd have thought the great Twilight Sword was an even greater gossip?
I just didn't expect you to be the first one to settle down and get married, that's all.
So, okay, there we go. Confirmed.
Yeah. If you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed you either.
So, are you planning to come clean about your job then? I'm guessing you still haven't told her.
Is that why she...
Sure, I'll have to tell her at some point. But I'll need to pick the right time and place. To be honest, I have no idea how she'll take it.
Come on, stop being such a pessimist.
Wait, they're not already married, right?
Thrilled. I bet she'll be much more impressed by your actual job than the one she thinks you're doing now.
Because ain't no way you let her marry you without telling her your job. Tell her before you propose. Don't be a waste man.
A member of the King's Guard. Quite the cover story. Does the king himself even know?
Of course he does. Anyway, enough about me. How have you been?
Me? Same old, same old. Nothing much to... Huh? What's up, Fed?
It's nothing.
It's something.
Vedifilnir, Dainslift's elder brother. Renowned throughout the court of Conria as the Visionary. And said to possess a wisdom far...
You know who he is. Why are you telling us this? What are you thinking?
And yet, despite the gulf between us, he seems to have something to say about me. Does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his brother, or just another of the Vinster King's blades? Why did he react so strongly?
What do you see in him?
To do with what we were talking about?
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. So this is what Rerir looked like back in the day.
If he got his full body back, is that what he would have looked like now?
Normal. No different from anyone else.
Handsome, rugged model features. Yeah, he just didn't look like anyone. He just looked normal, bro. That's what everyone looks like.
As frightening as this monster is in the present, there's something even more unsettling about seeing the human he used to be.
Felindis? You're back early?
That's the Lindis?
Our equipment's being serviced today, so I got off earlier than usual. How's your day been?
Interesting.
Aw, why the long face? Is something the matter? Has your boss been giving you a hard time again?
Tell her the truth.
Went for a drink with Dane and the others after work.
Isn't that a good thing?
Gonna tell her?
Vedifilnir showed up today too. You know, Dainslift's older brother.
It's really funny that the mirror has no reflection in it, but like nothing else.
Ah, Mr. Vedifilnir. Yes, I've heard of him. They say that everything he says ends up coming true.
Yeah, okay. So he is quite literally the visionary. That's why he wants to tell him something, because he's seen his future basically. He knows what's happening and he don't like what he's seen. Huh. He's a precog. Interesting.
I heard Dainslift mention that I'd recently proposed, and
Because you know that she's gonna die.
But when I asked what it was, he kept it to himself.
So, as the gacha visionary, my prediction is Veld saw that she's gonna die. So upon hearing that Rary wants to propose to her, he's like, it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. And he didn't really know what to do with that information. Hence why it was awkward and he could tell something was off.
So, you're worried? You could be such a child sometimes, Revier. We're nobodies. Why would the visionary be concerned about us? I'm sure someone in his position
kinda looked like
has
Lumine.
much bigger fish to fry.
Maybe you're right.
You worry too much, Revier. We've been together for ages now, and everything's been going so well, has it not?
Why am I getting a...
You even proposed to me.
Why am I getting a... yeah, of course he proposed. We pretty much figured that. Why am I getting a Faust the Eighth situation from this? In which he's going to try and revive her.
So, you do remember. Tell me then. What's your answer?
Oh, she didn't say yes or no yet?
Like I said, I need some time to decide. You can't just rush into things like this. We may be nobodies in the grand scheme of things, but if we want things to work out, we've still got to plan ahead.
Tell him again, Queen. You don't even know what his real job is. He's lying to you.
All right. Take your time. Just don't keep me waiting forever. Nobodies. Sounds about right. In the eyes of people like Vedalfnir and Dainsleif, what do we matter? Can someone whose gaze is so fixed on a far-flung future even see the present clearly? Besides, the dynasty's fate rests with the king and his inner circle. Whatever I do, it won't make much difference. Meanwhile, every idea they come up with and every decision they make, it affects everything.
That line delivery was very convincing.
He's lost in his research, and the purge of the Crimson Moon bloodline grows ever more intense. The opposition tried to speak out, but nothing came of it. And I'm under no illusions as to why. Because we eliminated them and got rid of their bodies.
Let me reprocess this. Hold on. I need to read those lines again. Are you telling me you're hunting down... Hold on. A Khamrian's hunting down descendants of the Crimson Moon... Or did I misinterpret that? The Khamrians are trying to purge that. She's... Okay. Thalindus is part of that. Big Ved, yeah? He realizes that she's hiding she is. His job is to hunt them down. That's a part of his job. He's going to have to hunt down his own woman. Or he's going to be put in the position where he's supposed to. Oh no. That's cooked. Out here like, that's so Ved Baxter. We got Dainsleif in the house, his little brother. Yeah, it's a party every week, baby.
A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry a sword, but there are few good excuses to use it. Yet the king has never even considered a gentler approach.
He's doing his job, but he doesn't want to. Damn, Dainsleif was a little too whimsical about what his job was, if you ask me.
What becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Can he ever find true peace?
He's ashamed of what he does. That's why he won't tell her. It makes sense now.
Thalindus, It's nothing. You were right. Fate has never smiled upon nobodies like us. But by the same token, it's unlikely to bear a grudge against us either. There's no reason we can't keep living happily together, cherishing the simple joys of each day as they come.
See? You just need to stay positive, Revier.
Oh, older looking Lumine. If only you knew.
I can feel your warmth, your breath. You're right there, right by my side.
Yeah, but you don't know how many warmths and breaths he's taken away from people.
Just seeing you makes me happy in a way I can't explain. And that's something that no one could ever take away from me. So smile, my love. Let go of that frown.
It's actually really concerning. Because, like, nah, maybe she isn't a part of the bloodline. Because I'm like, if she thinks he's part of, like, the King's Guard, the King is still hunting down people of her bloodline. But then maybe she's just hiding that because she knows they're being hunted down, so... I don't know. I don't know.
You're right, Thelindis. I've just been overthinking things.
That's better.
Me right now.
Getting caught up about things like this will only ruin our evening. Speaking of which, all set for the ball tonight? I need to go get ready.
You go ahead. I just have a few things to take care of, then I'll come join you.
We might be cooked,
busier
gang.
than the big shots, huh? Fine, I'll go get started. But don't be late. If you keep me waiting too long, I won't be a happy bunny.
Relax. I'll be there. Seriously, though, you drive a hard bargain. You're really gonna leave my proposal hanging and
I was thinking...
take you to the ball?
To be fair, though, you moving a little quick, my boy. So I get it.
Well, that goes without saying. I already told everyone I'd be coming with a dance partner.
Comrades do some crazy stuff. Getting obliterated might be justified. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to say it, but I'm like, ooh, if they're doing this, what the hell else have they been doing? Like, I felt a little, you know, about what happened to them, but like, what were they really up to over there? I didn't want to say it just yet, but Sunday Raid, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. I'll be work lurking while I can, but wanted to send out a quick hello first. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for the luck.
Besides, they're two completely different things. Let's take it one thing at a time, all right?
All right. White outfit it is.
It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services by giving the impression that he was just an ordinary member of the Venster King's Guard. He clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancée to know about his other life. Then again, that's hardly surprising. People in the intelligence trade rarely do. Who'd have thought we were in the same line of work? Let's dig a little deeper.
That is crazy. Ain't that crazy? Why am I Rerir in the mirror? Is this what the hell Michael Jackson was talking about? He's the man in the mirror? Because I am asking him to change his ways. Talking about hunting down some blood moon. Wow. You're in his memory? I know, but it's just funny.
Our last operation was a resounding success. And all thanks to you, Rehyr of Solnari. In total, we apprehended 32 dregs of the Crimson Moon.
Dregs is crazy.
67 accomplices.
After all these years since the dynasty's fall, so many of them still linger on.
Why are you hunting them down?
Indeed, it cannot be denied. Yet it was destiny that the Crimson Moon should be overcome by the eclipse, and that His Majesty, the all-seeing Venster King, now guides our nation on the path to prosperity.
What the hell, Kanria? They all got stars in their eyes. They dislike is it the Crimson Moon people specifically? Do they worship one specific sister of the moon, therefore they don't want the others to arise? They want only one to be in power? I don't know.
Khanria has no further need for a dead moon. But alas, there will always be those who refuse to see the truth, choosing instead to romanticize the past.
So why the hell would you kill the people? What's that got?
That's not entirely true. Much about the Crimson Moon era was worthy of remembrance. And that's exactly why they keep trying to see it restored.
And why the hell does Khanria not want it to be?
Many of its secrets remain unsolved to this day. As it happens, that's precisely the field of study my partner is devoted to.
You still haven't told her what you really do for a living.
Where would I even start? How do you tell someone that you're one of the king's hand-picked executioners? That your hands are steeped in blood?
You didn't choose this life, any more than I did.
Orphans.
Orphans like us don't get a say.
I see. You know what? Maybe he really is Arlecchino. They're both orphans? Because my theory started to become that Arlecchino is actually descended from these Crimson Moon people, which would make them very interesting oppositions here.
Take care, Rehyr of Solnari. I look forward to toasting you at your wedding.
Thanks, Thorkel. You look after yourself too.
Where's Thor Keenan? Sorry. Yo, somebody stop me. Is that how sick I am right now? Thor Keenan and Thorkel? Alright.
Thelindis, I never wanted to keep this from you. You're the last person I would ever want to lie to.
Then why are you doing this?
But that's exactly why I can't tell you everything. There are things you shouldn't know. Things you cannot know. The Moonlit Dynasties are a thing of the past. Yet even now, with the sun shining high in the sky, there are those who would call forth a dead moon's ghost.
Hold on. Are you telling me in an age where there were 3 moves? Moves? In an age where there were 3 moons, the sun just never... That boy was like, hey man, there's 3 of them down there. I can't... I can't tell. Or if he's just being extremely poetic. I can't tell how much like truth there is to this statement, or if it's all just like him being poetic.
Could that be why Vedalfnir held back? Or was it because of some court secret he's not at liberty to share?
Underground fake sun? What's even more interesting about that is like, why the hell do they care so much about the moon when you're underground anyway? What does it matter to you? You ain't even gonna see him.
I have to get a clear answer from him. No matter what happens, I will protect Thelindis.
Rerir seems to be very concerned by Vedalfnir's reaction. Vedalfnir and Dainsleif, the Visionary and Twilight Sword. So that's what they were really like. I've investigated this whole area now. There doesn't seem to be any other memories here. Should I try somewhere else? Wait a second.
What the hell is that?
Smoke.
Black? That's green as hell. Am I colorblind? Or is she? Does she think her hair is black?
So, he's late after all. Just you wait, Rerir. You're in for it. Big time.
Are you waiting for someone, ma'am? Could I tempt you into buying some flowers?
This is an orphan and they're absolutely gonna stab her.
Oh, sure. Pick me out a pretty bunch if you would.
Nope.
Thank you. But I'm afraid none of them are as pretty as you.
After they said about orphans, and I don't trust this.
For someone so young, you sure have a way with words, don't you?
They're not looking him in the eye.
I'm only telling the truth. Look me in the eyes. You'll see I'm not lying.
Is that Arlecchino? Why you got these little...
May we have a word in private?
Hold on. Is this a signifier? Hold on. Now I feel like I was onto something. Is this a signifier of the Crimson Moon clan? If so, that all but confirms Arlecchino to...
Who are you? And what do you want?
It doesn't matter who I am.
All that matters is our
Kind of
plan.
fallen lately, so I decided to take the risk
Yeah.
of reaching out.
Okay, so... I was about to make a Sharingan joke, but I was so shocked at how their eyes are literally just like similar to the Arlecchino thing that all but confirms that Arlecchino is a descendant of the Crimson Moon. But that makes me realize I guess Columbina knows that too. Is anyone else aware?
Not long ago, the Rehyr of Solnari led an assault on one of our strongholds. We suffered many casualties, and many who came to our aid lost their lives as well.
I was just trying to remember in my head whether or not Arlecchino had dark hair before it turned white. In the trailers, it's hard for me to remember because so much has happened since then.
Sorry, I don't know why you're telling me this. And I don't want to get involved.
Wait, hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity.
It's your husband. It's your husband.
His name is Rehyr, and he claims to be one of the king's guards.
What did you say?
Oh.
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner.
You should have told her yourself.
But surely, you must have caught a whiff of the blood on his hands.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
Simple. It's because...
How strange.
Because what?
Rarier was nowhere to be seen in that memory. It clearly belonged to the Lindis. Rarier couldn't possibly know what happened if he wasn't even there.
Could he absorb her somehow? I don't...
Why would her memories appear in his fragment? The ceremony won't last much longer. I think it's time to call it a day.
No, I got so many questions. No! Oh, indeed. Gang, that was very interesting. I'm glad I managed to get my thoughts out about Arlecchino before they basically just confirmed it to me, though.
I had no idea you could do that, boss! Seriously, that was amazing! We're not worthy. We're not worthy!
It makes sense how she's so easily able to get information, though, with an ability like that.
I gotta admit, though, I'm itching to see what happens next. Feels like we barely scratched the surface.
I'm just as curious as you are. But the ceremony only allows for limited time inside. That's all we can see for now. Luckily, we managed to learn quite a lot.
So far, so good. I just hope the others are doing okay too. Especially the group with the Traveler. Their mission is a risky one. Let's hope it's all going smoothly.
I mean, we're escaping, so we should be alright.
If you're worried about them, go see how they're doing.
Worry about Marionette.
If I know boss, she's gonna need some time to write up all the details and make sure it's all coherent. I'll stay behind to lend a hand, but feel free to head back and meet up with the others.
That was lit.
Oh, they've been prowling around for nearly 2 days now. These things just won't quit. Oh, they might not have seen us yet, but them constantly sweeping the area, our way out is completely blocked. Oh, that's never gonna work. One little slip up and it's game over.
Yeah, I also don't like stealth, so...
If they spot us, they'll run straight back to Rarier. And once he knows we're here, it won't be long before he's breathing down our necks again. Oh, guess you're right. All right, time to zip it.
You are the only one yapping.
Quick, hide! We almost got spotted.
What the hell is the camera doing?
Phew, that was a close call.
I see some more of them over there.
He's coming this way.
Oh, okay. Okay, so what do I do there? They're everywhere, Paimon. I climb? Why can't I jump? I fell. No, she hovered up. Should we just eviscerate them? And then run again? Columbina can't teleport us, I guess. Still no energy. Why are you migraine skanking?
Fire.
Arlecchino?
Fire? Wait, what's that smell? Oh no, there's a fire!
Wait, oh yes? They literally just got eviscerated too. There she is! That's father right there. When she's back on banner, I'm going for her.
Zandrone was right. Weak, Columbina.
Top 3 characters in the game. And it ain't 2 or 3. Yo!
The old you would never have let such lowly creatures bar your way. Word has it that you did something for the Tsaritsa, and that's why you've lost most of your power.
Hold on, what do you mean she formed herself a whole DX racer to sit down?
Freedom comes at a heavy price, doesn't it?
It's Arlecchino! You came!
Hello again, Columbina. And greetings, guests of the House of the Hearth.
Dude, she's so cool.
It's been a while, Arlecchino.
Oh, she looks so happy to see her. It's funny because they're trying to implant Hey, Arlecchino's here now. By the, did you see her in the corner? Sorry, that killed me. They're trying to implant. Hey, remember what we said about the Crimson Moon Clan? Arlecchino's here.
Stupid right here of stupid Solnari. Whatever. I've got all the data I need. Next time we meet, you're finished.
Didn't you have all the data you needed last time?
Excuse me,
Fremine?
you need a hand?
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Can't you see I'm busy?
Why do I know that voice?
Wait a minute. I recognize that voice.
Hello, Miss Santorone.
Yes,
Father sent us over to
of course.
Huh. How considerate of her.
I love Fontaine.
Hey, Fremine, get over here and help me fix this. Lenny, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from me, please.
Yeah, why is she poking it like that?
Nearly every
She
mission
was
that
on that.
touches ends up going haywire. Go put her on cleaning duty or something.
Look at her throwing a little tantrum. She just wanted to play.
Then let's start downstairs. Fremine, we'll leave this place to you. You've got it.
Wait a second. Pretty sure there's still some tea in the cupboard. If you want some, you'll have to make it yourselves.
That's cute. Big Varka.
It's a relief to see
You got strong
all made it
eyebrows.
back in one piece.
Don't. Because after the One Piece live action news we got today, I want to make a reference so bad. Stop.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people missing. Where's Flint's and the others? And what about Nefer?
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Aino and Nefer
really like
set
this
up the
theme.
decoys and buy us some time. As for Miss Nefer...
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent us back to fill you all in on the top secret intel we've been gathering.
I see. Then let's get right into it. But first, who do we have here?
There she is.
You brought someone else in to
Big
help.
Father.
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party companion of Columbina's. You may call me Arlecchino.
The eyes. Yeah, there it is. I wasn't crazy.
Surely it can't be.
And you know why I find that interesting? Because we haven't seen Columbina open her eyes. Does she have a pattern in a similar fashion? Not necessarily the red X. Does she have something that represents her moon? Like, that's what I'm interested about. That's now why I need to see Columbina open her eyes.
Those eyes. Oh, where have I seen them before? Wait, of course. In those memories we just saw.
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. So either you share a pretty uncommon name, or you're more than just a Tea Party buddy.
Oh, he's smart, huh?
You're
Well,
well
smart guy?
informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here in Nod-Krai, and yet the people and affairs of Snezhnaya seem to hold a special place in your heart.
Oh, the feeling's mutual. Sounds like you know all about who I am, too.
A Fatui Harbinger.
How do you feel about this llama? Probably not great. The way she said that.
Atmosphere in here just got really tense. Guess we can't just start trusting Fatui Harbingers.
We can trust her. She's different.
At a time like this.
She's the only summonable one, yeah? Now I think about it? Yeah, we can trust her. She's the only summonable one. She's the only one we can play as in the game. We have to trust her.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious.
So far.
Seeing as the moon goddess no longer belongs to the Fatui, what makes you so willing to put your neck on the line here?
The Tea Party buddies. And Moon Goddess sisters.
Nor does Nod-Krai belong
Oh,
to
child. True.
Mr.
No offense,
Varka.
child.
Yet still, you're fighting for it all the same. Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes, stopping things from spiraling out of control is a higher priority than chasing the spoils of victory. Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. It's just that the Fatui really have been the source
Oh, trust me,
of
mine
many
too.
of our troubles. We have our own way of doing things here in Nod-Krai. But ever since they arrived, the Fatui have treated us with nothing but hostility.
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. But sometimes fundamental conflicts of interest simply can't be settled amicably. That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. This has nothing to do with the Fatui.
That's valid. And I believe it too. That's how we interacted with her last time.
Anyway, what else is on the agenda? Let's begin.
She says she'll be frank, then completely skips over the details. Looks like she doesn't want to give away too many secrets after all, but she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers after all.
Why is she staring at Yehoda down?
You can tell she's not someone you'd want to mess with.
She's stimming right now. I see you, Arlecchino. I see you. She got caught thinking and staring.
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that, we'll proceed to the next topic. Yehoda, time to share that top secret intel.
All right, listen up, everyone. First, we now know that Rerir was originally a Conrian secret agent whose primary mission was to hunt down and assassinate the so-called Dregs of the Crimson Moon.
Arlecchino, how do you feel? Oh, the look.
The Dregs of the Crimson Moon?
Mm-hmm. In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and eclipse.
Yeah, Columbina knows.
And a whole
That's why
bunch
she's
of
looking
other
at her.
stuff from the time of Conria.
She knows. But I don't know if she knew that about Rerir, though.
To my knowledge, those were the names of two different Conrian dynasties.
That's actually really interesting. She looked at Arlecchino for approval to talk about this.
Long, long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped the Crimson Moon, drawing a mysterious power from its reflection.
You know what? That makes a lot of... And then, is it the Crimson Moon and then the Abyss?
But one day, a coup saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed, hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced it, and how it became the new emblem of Conria.
So then, I guess you could consider Arlecchino Conrian by descent, no? That's really interesting.
In those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, he was as normal as any other person. Oh, and he had a fiancé, or at least a would-be fiancé, called Tholindis.
Alright, I bet Arlecchino might know that name.
What's the matter?
Daughter. Tholindis.
Tholindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me, though, were these pure-blood Conrians we're talking about here?
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure blood
She would still be alive. That is very true.
Oh yeah, just like how it was with the captain.
If we could somehow find her, do you think there's any chance Rerir might regain some of his sanity?
No.
It's possible.
Maybe a little bit.
But it would take a miracle. We can't pin all our hopes on that. That merchant who Nefer knows, Dori Sangama Bay. Maybe we could hire her to look into it.
Or Dori.
We're back.
Okay. He was just waiting for them.
Did we get here a little early? Or a little late?
Late.
A tad late. The others have already set off. To summarize, our resident moon goddess has found us a new ally, and Boss Nefer has uncovered some promising info. Everything going smoothly on
Resident moon goddess is so funny to me.
Not great. I don't know how long we can stall them for. The decoys are getting taken out way faster than we imagined. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired right now. Oh, right. Inefa, could you fill in Uncle Varka on what we just discussed with Flints?
Sure. Uncle Varka, You
It's
previously
so funny,
told
I'm
us
never
about
calling
how when you
him
went
that.
to investigate a source of the wild hunt in Amsvartnir, you discovered that it was just a diversion. But according to Flintz's intel, several outbreaks of the wild hunt had already occurred in Nod-Krai in the period leading up to that. That was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength. In other words, in theory at least,
So
he still
100%.
lacked the means to act in two places at once.
It 100% backs up the idea that someone else is obviously helping him or doing this. Yo, what if it is the Lindis? Yo, that would be crazy. There's no way.
Flins, with everything that's been happening, the Lightkeepers across Nod-Krai are rallying to fight back against the Wild Hunt. They're gonna need your help.
The only reason I'm like, maybe it's the Lindis is like, I don't know, seeing her memories in that, why? That's odd. If she is immortal, what would her purpose be here? What's her motivation?
We already decided that Anefa should go investigate the situation over at Amsvartnir on her own. You might as well stay here and keep watch. Someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings.
He doesn't seem like the type that would want to sit behind, though.
You still haven't fully recovered from ambushing Rerir.
Ah.
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment. Well, I appreciate it, everyone. See you when you get back.
Yeah, it makes sense he would take the opportunity to rest if he could, right? This is so... This little map figure's mad cute. Look at Arlecchino, bro, with the T.
Here, this will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us
To
all
what?
this way, would
The
you mind
Spiral
telling
Abyss?
us what you got planned?
Cross
We still
over.
haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here. And if even Columbina doesn't know where the iridescent moon's marrow is, how do you?
Hi, bud, you haven't caught on?
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon. And one of
Confirmed.
the last surviving embers of the two worlds' flames.
I will say, though, I didn't expect when I theorized that she was a part of the Moon Clan. Sounds like some Naruto type beat. That she was a part of the Crimson Moon Clan. That one, we would get teased it so early with the kid with the eyes, and two, she would just outright confirm it within the same like patch. Like, I'm actually shocked.
Are you serious? Isn't you're a descendant of that Crimson Moon dynasty we were just talking about?
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the signs had been there all along.
What were the signs in her eyes?
When I was young,
Oh,
I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins.
Right.
And smoldered away inside my nerves. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power, it was like some kind of presence within the fire would begin to gnaw away at me, consuming me from the inside out.
So what I'm curious about is, for her, is she that strong because she's one of the few left, and thus she's able to draw upon its power more? Like, if there were a collective of them, would they only be limited to a certain amount of power they could draw out from it? Because I feel as though Khaenri'ah was just hunting them down out of pure fear of them. Well, you know.
Exactly. That is why my hands are like this, too. At first, I saw it only as a curse. But once I became a harbinger, the jester apprised me of the truth. Together with my own investigations over the past few years, there are several things that I have gradually come to understand. For instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the abyss to prolong its lifespan.
Well.
Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the abyss.
That's very interesting. So I wasn't quite right there. It's actually a combination of both of them.
You all understand the nature of the abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for my soul. This strange blackness is the mark of corruption it has left behind.
Me trying not to call her mixed race, that took a lot.
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to your heart, you'd become a completely different person.
Like Rerir?
Yes. And that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far. It's essentially a never-ending tug of war.
You can learn a lot from Chaska. They can learn a lot from each other.
Oh, sounds intense.
Anyway, the rest of my story can wait. Is there anything else about the Crimson Moon or the Iridescent Moon that you're unclear about?
Paimon has a question. So, the Crimson Moon that the Karians used to worship was actually the Iridescent Moon, right? Which was one of the three Moon sisters.
Right.
Does that mean that the Karians were to the Crimson Moon as the Frost Moon Scions are to the Frost Moon?
Yeah, so it seems.
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent moon's remains simply served as their link to the Abyss. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the Abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Either way, a dissenting faction staged a coup and drove out the royal heirs of the Crimson Moon dynasty. Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson Moon's glow never truly faded. If you want living proof, it's standing right before you.
The pose, too. Oh my god, she's so JoJo.
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar in your presence. When I looked at you, I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of my eye. In your flames, I saw its broken image, surrounded by a strange black aura.
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and I'd prefer not to end up as the object of an insane research
That's valid.
project. Anyway, time is against us here, so if there's any other questions, they'll have to wait.
Oh, that's true. The doctor would absolutely cook her. Like, oh, interesting. When she's asleep, he'll creep on up in her room trying to experiment. I can see it.
The iridescent moon is already part of who you are. So with its marrow in your possession, you'll be even more powerful than before.
Basically just elevating what she already is.
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started? What does this place have to do with the Crimson Moon?
When I first became a Harbinger, the Jester gave me a book called Paranhari, also known as Leobranto Inamorato. You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era. But setting aside the tangled romances of its characters, it also records a few interesting details.
And I bet those are actually truthful too.
In the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an orphanage that received children from beyond the bounds of this world, and subjected them to a peculiar induction ceremony.
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real? And
Hey, Ryuji.
what kind of induction ceremony?
The Crimson Moon Sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. But fearing they might lose control, they subjected these children to a process of refinement. They made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted to having died and seen a crimson moon.
Okay. Why?
The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them, "Within the fireplace, you have traversed the flames between two worlds. Here and now, you are born anew." The book leaves much unsaid, but I suspect that this was their way of branding the children they had enrolled, leaving an indelible mark upon them so that they would forever live in the Crimson Moon's light.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. It makes sense that it would be sealed in a special space that can only be accessed temporarily through some kind of ritual. But there's no fireplace here. Do you see a chimney anywhere? Oh, are we supposed to build it ourselves? Okay, fine. Paimon will go find some bricks.
She should become a robot. You heard that, right? Another confirmation that in-game books have actual in-game lore in the... Yeah, I think that's quite interesting. That's a cool way to do it. But it makes me actively want to go back and read some of the books.
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between two worlds. In other words, the flames that burn within me.
So as long as she puts it between that little gate thing.
Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world. In the days of Conria, people believed they could be used to bridge the gap between the two worlds of life and death. In short, I can open a passage to that space for you. That's the easy part. Mistress of the seven hues of ages past, Great Mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms.
I ain't walking through that.
By fire severed, by fire renewed. I offer myself now and beseech your descent.
Dude, she's so cool. Interesting looking stairs. Looks like the end of the world to me. Okay.
One word of advice. As you're crossing over, no matter what voices you hear, do not answer.
Yeah, even if they sound like your brother, alright?
Got it. I sense a sinister gloom inside, but also the familiar light of the moon.
The abyss and the iridescent.
I feel that I am about to meet an old friend who has changed beyond all recognition. All right, let's go.
This is actually really cool. Oh! I thought she was gonna fall down.
I sense your presence and craving death and rebirth.
I'm good.
Wait, you are... Why are you...
Galen, what are you doing in Nod-Krai?
over from another world? Transcended fate itself. I have no right to...
When she said you've crossed over for another world, is she talking about the fact we're a descender, or like what's happening literally right now?
A red moon! This must be the spot, right? Is that the abyss? It's practically filled the entire place.
That's cooked.
What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body, seized by the abyss, and hung up aloft like mummified remains. Iridescent moon. Was this truly what you wished for? Careful! There's something spooky about this place. Feels like something is lurking in the fog. Haimon's right behind you. Whatever you do, don't run off without her.
No promises. Run!
By the way,
So who are these?
didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon
Looks like the abyss is gluing it together.
How is that possible?
I mean, it makes sense that Conrians would be here, right?
Busted.
No, it doesn't. Hold on, how is even Arlecchino alive? Now I think about it. Were the Crimson Moon clan exempt from the immortality curse? Well, no, I guess it doesn't matter, because if you think about it, Kaya's also Conrian, and yeah, ignore it. Like, every time I think about it, I think I get more questions than the previous times I thought about it. Because I'm like, say, for example, the Crimson Moon kid we saw was fine. What the? Oh, I don't like that. Like, would he have been cursed? Like other Conrians? Just because he's Conrian, even if he's not, like... I guess. Because they didn't really care about all the innocents in general, so I guess maybe they didn't separate from the Crimson Moon clan Conrians versus the standard.
Huh? Huh? For real? That's way too high. There's no way we'll be able to reach it.
Immortality doesn't make you impotent. For sure. So, in my head, I'm like, what's going on there? Like, well, not necessarily that part. It's more so with the Crimson Moon lot. If you fled Khaenri'ah before Doomsday, would you still get that? Like, there's so many questions like that. Like, would you have had to have been in that specific vicinity? I assume maybe.
No. I'm not sensing anything up there. It's coming from under the mountain. Let's see. Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the water. Wait, see that? Looks like a mechanism of some sort. Let's check it out. Looks like a device from the time of Khaenri'ah. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. Oh, if we can activate it, we might find some clues.
Now I think about it, that time I got reincarnated as a hilly child was so cooked. Because they technically did.
Hey, look at that! Now that the mechanism's running, the shadow in the water looks different.
Only pure blood are cursed with immortality, so Crimson Moon people should be cooked unless they found another way to escape. Yeah. Damn. But do you see what I mean though? That's literally why I'm asking, like, how does Arlecchino exist even? Because they would have had to have found a way.
Do you think these mechanisms might be the key to unlocking the secret? Let's try to find more of them!
Unless maybe... Imagine if the author found some old notes of a Khaenri'ah hilly child that hadn't lost all stench yet and just turned the whole thing into... That would be really funny.
Felindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands. We'll be heading back now.
I hope this isn't ruining date night.
Oh, I was about to say, who the hell is Vilwis? I thought Felindis was saying that and they just had a different name that threw me off.
Mind your own business. Just leave me some snacks on the table.
Felindis? Is that Rerear's girlfriend?
It never previously mentioned that she was a researcher.
Oh yeah. So, do you think she was studying this strange space all along? The Abyss has made this space extremely unstable. Maybe that's why some of the things she said and did were preserved here. Like echoes. Or after images.
Whenever I see this view, it takes me back to a poem from my childhood. Waning moon, oh lifeless damsel, weeping on the mountain crest. Mourning still in wistful tone, her fragile soul now laid to rest. For me, of all people, to be here investigating the mysteries of the Crimson Moon space. Is it a coincidence? Or something more? I see. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to unlocking...
What? Now I really feel like she's the one doing this with Rerear, for Rerear.
Really does exist.
Using Rerear.
Then maybe this madness can finally be put to an end.
She's trying to get a hold of whatever that is. Felindis, don't be a pagan.
With the Abyss inhibitors in place, I should be able to access the chamber with the moon marrow. Oh, Rerear, with every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the root of the problem. Ever since that outsider set foot in Khaenri'ah,
our brother?
The Vinster King has sunken deeper into madness.
Surely not our brother.
If only I could get my hands on that outsider.
Oh. She meant our brother.
Hey look! The moon's reflection is back to normal! Felindis' voice mentioned a chamber with the moon marrow. Do you think maybe it's hidden in the moon's reflection?
Why am I starting to think Felindis is the one that was acting as our brother?
It must be. For within it,
Not Rerear.
I sense the fragile aura of a dying soul. Then there's no time to lose! Let's go!
I'll tell if that hit. I don't think it did. Oh, it did. Cool. Well, that's good. We good? Nice.
We finally did it!
The iridescent moon's marrow, still burning away like an undying flame, yet now contaminated by the abyss. It has taken on a new form entirely. If we can purify the abyssal power within, we should be able to obtain its untainted essence.
Yeah, I guess the Traveler can do that. Damn, red as hell.
It's so cold.
Shouldn't we ignore that?
Is it you? Are you here?
Huh? Are you talking to us?
Paimon.
At long last, I can see you once more.
Paimon, remember she said don't talk to nobody?
Crossed, and I am finally free. I'm sorry. I lied to you. Even knowing what was to come, I still couldn't let go of the fear in my heart as death drew near. The moment the moon shattered, my body began to split apart piece by piece. Like I was being cut into pieces by 1,000 blunt blades.
Jesus.
My thoughts scattered as the cold crept in.
Yo,
I could not bear to fade away like that.
imagine somebody dropped your favorite mug on the floor and it broke, so your body just broke in. That's what happens if you're a moon goddess, apparently.
Tell me, what was it that brought you to us all that time ago? If only I had possessed your courage, then I might have been spared this torment more painful than death. You look so puzzled. That's how I felt too when I first saw you. But trust me when I say that everything happens for a reason.
Hypo.
Farewell, Hypo.
This is you, Hypo?
What was that?
The goddess that came before?
Was that the goddess of the iridescent moon? It sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost friend. But none of us have ever met her before, right?
Perhaps.
Yeah.
She took me for the goddess
That's
of
what
the
it seemed like to
frost
me,
moon she
like
once
the
knew.
previous goddess.
For a fading soul like hers, our auras must be too similar to tell apart.
But anyway, we've got the iridescent moon's marrow now. That should help you regain your strength, right? All right. Time to leave this place and meet back up with Arlecchino. Let's go.
Arlecchino.
That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in.
Waning moon, oh lifeless damsel.
Oh. The same thing for Philandus was talking about. Dude, you are such an Avenger, bro. Your movements.
Who's it? The abyss?
Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that
Treasure of Wonders. What is this, Aladdin?
it will show us no mercy.
Dude, the cutscenes in this are so sick. Oh, teleportation, nice. She did say she could do close distance. Who the hell are you? Is this the Abyss version of the iridescent goddess?
Finally! Huh? Oh no! The exit's blocked! They're back! Now what do we do?
Oh, they're about to get moved faster.
Witness my rise.
Big Arlecchino.
What are you waiting for?
Why am I scared? Paimon's not making it back? Okay. Okay. That scared me. When I saw them two touch it and not Paimon, I was scared. There she is. Okay. How he looking like the KFC logo.
We made it! you, Arlecchino? Did you save us? Wait, your hands! They're...
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little angry.
It's eating away at her hands for now?
No. I have paid the price, albeit a small one, and it cannot be undone. My hands have already fused with the Abyss. Purification will simply destroy whatever's left of them.
But surely... Oh... We're so sorry, Arlecchino. Paimon can't believe you'd make a sacrifice like this for us.
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is I was simply holding up my end of the deal. Well, Columbina.
Yeah, she gets a nice little power up anyway, so...
You did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care. From this day forth, may the two worlds' flames burn ever more brightly.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, Columbina, give me your hand. Accept this moonlight I offer in return.
I still can't believe I thought she was wearing gloves for like 2 years.
Feeling stronger?
Yeah, the flowers are blooming.
Hey, Columbina, are you okay?
I'm fine.
I
Our
see.
powers are a little at odds, that's all.
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a stretch. Still, I think it's fair to say that your strength has returned. At least to the level it was at as Third Harbinger.
Okay, dope.
It's still not enough. There's no way I can hope to challenge Rayrier like this. Just one more ray of moonlight, if you would.
Now hold on.
It's okay. I can take it.
Slow your roll, girl. The Moon Sister Kamehameha.
How about now? Fighting fit?
At the very least, I won't have to stay hidden like before.
Nice.
I want to see him gone from Nod-Krai. The Ray here of Solnari and his wild hunt must be sent back where they belong.
Well, it's good to have something to aim for. You certainly seem more alive now than you did earlier. When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moonlight. More like a wisp of fog drifting in from who knows where, ready to scatter at the first sign of a breeze. But now, you're full of vitality. Just like the Frost Moon, once the brightest of them all. May you keep shining, Columbina. This is who you are.
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino.
She's leaving now, that's it.
I know you have plans of your own, and that's why you're always seeking to grow stronger. But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you. I do not wish to see you go down the same path as Rayrier.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina. Although perhaps it's time you took a new name.
A new name?
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina. They're nothing more than code names.
That's fair. She already got enough of them.
They describe who she is and the roles she's played, but they're not her real name. We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. Up till now, you've been living a wandering life, so you've probably never really cared. All I'll
Does she even
say
have one?
is this. Once you've defeated Rayrier, give it some thought. All right, that's it from me. I'll get you back safely first, then go meet up with Sandrone.
You're the best!
A la goat.
I appreciate the gesture. It speaks to your good character. Anyway, Let's get going. There are more urgent things to do right now than trade compliments.
If she gets multiple hand powers like Rorette, I volunteer. Oh, what?